Hello everyone, welcome to DC Circuit Lecture 2. In this lecture, we will discuss about DC component. So we all know that a DC component can be classified into two categories. Number one is active component. The definition of active component is that an active element is one which can generate or modify the nature of voltage and current. I can give you another easy definition, or you can say that an element that can supply energy in the circuit for an infinite amount of time. Okay. Any element, any electrical element or component which can supply energy for infinity, or that can generate or modify the nature of voltage and current, is known as an active component. Examples are sources like voltage and current. Okay, any voltage source or any current source is known as an active component. Then BJTs, bipolar junction transistors, then FET, field effect transistors, etc. These components are known as active component. Now, number 2 of DC components is known as passive component. Passive component is just the reverse of active component. The definition says that a passive component cannot generate or modify the nature of voltage and current. Okay, or simply we can say, for simplicity, element that cannot supply energy for infinite amount of time. Here you can see that an active component and the passive component, in between these two components, the difference is that active component will supply energy and the energy will be supplied for infinity. But passive component may supply energy, but it cannot supply energy for infinity. The energy will be end sometime. Now the example of passive component such as resistor, capacitor, inductor, transformers, etc. These components are known as passive component. We all know about resistor. Suppose this resistor is having the value of 5 ohm. A resistor cannot generate voltage or it cannot generate any sort of current in a circuit, or a resistor cannot supply energy. Okay, so a resistor is a passive component. Now if we see capacitor, suppose the capacitor is 5 microfarad. Okay, we know that a capacitor has the ability to store energy. What is a capacitor? It can store energy. Okay, it can store energy and it can supply that energy. We know when a capacitor discharges, it supplies it energy through any resistors or other electrical components. So a capacitor can store energy or it can supply that energy to other component, but it cannot generate energy of its own. Okay, then if we see inductor is also goes to the same category, since it cannot generate voltage or current, or also it cannot modify. Now if we see in a transformer, we know that in a transformer there are two sides. One is primary and another is secondary. Since a transformer cannot generate extra amount of voltage or current, it means that for simplicity I can say that a transformer is a device, a passive device, and in a transformer the power in primary side is same as the power in secondary side. We know that power in primary is equal to power in secondary in a transformer. Okay, transformer cannot generate extra power or transformer cannot reduce power. If primary voltage is Vp, primary current is Ip, then if secondary voltage is Vs and secondary current is Is, the product of primary voltage and current is always same as the product of secondary voltage and current. So we can see the power in primary and power in secondary is same for a transformer. So a transformer cannot generate any sort of energy, because we know that power is the rate of change of energy. Power is the rate of change of energy per unit time. Since the power is same for primary and secondary, so transformer is not producing any sort of energy in this circuit. So transformer is also falls down this category, and transformer is a passive component. Okay, so students, I think now you have a clear idea about active component and passive component. Okay, and if you have any confusion regarding this lecture, then let me know in the comment box. So wait for the next lecture. Okay. Thank you.